Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an absolute honor and privilege to be with you this week and or this weekend I should say, and to be a part of something positive happening in education. Especially in America, we hear so much about all the reform that needs to take place and things that need to change, but this is an example of the good things that are happening in education today and what can happen when we have people who are focused on making the difference and to use the strengths that are in the students that we work with. You know, we keep talking about impoverished communities or underserved or underrepresented communities, but if you go and you sit down with those communities, you're able to see the wealth that they bring and the resources they already have. I am originally from Jamaica, and we have a saying called talawa, which lines up with exactly what you're talking about. Be fearless. And it's fearless, it's strong, it's committed, it's motivated. And as I was reading through the initiative you're trying to do with the CASE Foundation right now, talawa is exactly what you're looking for. There's no way to really describe it except to say, you look about your talawa, which means that you come without any kind of reservation because you understand the power of education. When I was over in Jerusalem, I had a chance to interact with students from literally all over the world. Many of them were Palestinians. A lot of them were coming back to establish their citizenship and to get their huwiyah and things like that. So it was a challenging situation for them coming back into that environment. But one thing that we really focused on, and just again resonating with so much as part of NSHSS, is peace. And the fact that peace is happening over there. It's not just possible, it's not something we pray for, but this school that I had the privilege of working with, we were making peace happen, and they're still doing that. And it's again a reminder of the possibility of things that can take place if we focus on investing in the resources that are already there. I didn't come and say, hey, this is how you got to do it. I came and, you know, as Covey says, seek first to understand before you try to be understood. I said, help me understand how you do this. I know what I would do in a traditional school in America, but I'm not in America. So what are the cultural nuances that I have to understand here in order to still serve you best? And I think if we start to take that kind of perspective as educators when we go back into our classrooms and we're able to interact with students, and we step off the stage and realize that we need to now come along the side and guide, I think we get a completely different perspective of how we can embrace what these students already have and what they can bring to the table. I mean, I worked with students who had English as sometimes a third or even fourth language. The student who actually nominated me for this, Salim Shawa, speaks five languages, going in different directions. And 3 of them are completely character-based. He has Arabic, Hebrew, and his mom's Romanian, so he speaks a Cyrillic language as well. And reads it fluently. He's brilliant beyond measure. If I tried to impose me on him, I would have thwarted his growth. But coming alongside and seeing the resources that he already had within, I said, how do we help this guy flourish? What do we need to bring in place? We had a student come over who was Italian. He was a diplomat's son, and he spoke very little English. Of course, Salim speaks Italian. So we were able to partner Salim with him, and he was able to nurture that student, and help that student get all the way down to graduation. I mean, it's amazing what we can do if we allow the students to really flourish and grow. And I think your focus on saying, let's invest in the youth is priceless. You know, one of the things that I had the privilege to go back and speak at the school for graduation this past year, and I talked about time, and this is what I want to wrap up with you as we're here. How will you invest the time you have? And time is an acronym for your talent, your intellect, your money, or your materials, depending on how your age. As a student, you don't have much money, right? But your time being your talent, your intellect, your money, and your energy. 2 of them, you're able to go ahead and control, and we get to invest in that as educators, your talents and your intellect. Noticing what a student has, encouraging them to really flourish in it, to embrace it, talawa, to be fearless so that when they attack it. And then for us as the adults in their lives, how are we investing our money and our energy? How are we strategically reallocating what we have in order to be good stewards of what we've been entrusted with? What you do for yourself will die just with you. When you're dead, it's gone. how you invest in others. And I love what Ms. Good was saying about the fact that, you know, and Andy really always knows how to say it, right? We'll die and maybe 5 people will remember what we've done. Our family who love us will miss us. But the lives of the students we've impacted and the people that we invest in, that's how you cheat time. That's how you live forever. You know, if you're able to mold and change a life, and they go on and they mold and change a life, and go on and mold and change a life, each one reach one. You see, when one teaches to learn, or when one teaches to learn, if you think about how we invest in our students, especially considering how this world is shrinking very quickly, we can have a global impact. Thank you so much for starting this organization, everything that's done to really promote just excellence among educators, excellence among students, and the focus right now just saying, how do we make the world a better place? And that's by investing in the other people. And don't think you have to bring everything to there. The resources are there. What will you do with the time you have? Thank you very much.